Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. This is DawnDoesLife and today I'm kitting up a brand new painting from AliExpress from the DP Specials store called Mandala Abstract. I think I'm going to be in confetti hell. I did not actually even know that was a word until recently, but I wanted to give you guys the walkthrough of how to get yourself set up. It is a process. It can be lengthy depending on how many drills you have and how you do it, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. So if you guys are wanting to see the process from beginning to end, what's all involved, about how long it takes, then I say, let's go.
Make me feel right. I can't help this sweet talk.
Okay, you guys, so I already took this out of the package and kind of went through it a little bit just to kind of see what was involved. So it's not on the foam roller, but generally they come on, or this one came on a little white foam roller, which I appreciated. The problem is that when it comes, it's kind of all curled up. And there are two different types of canvases you can get. One of them is got clear film and you can see the picture underneath, and that one is called poured glue. And this one with the white topping is called double-sided tape, or yes, double-sided glue. I guess that would be what it's called. And so the problem is when you get this, it's all curled up. And I thought, because I had done this trick on my last two paintings, that I could just roll it the opposite way and it would be fine. The problem with double-sided glue is that it is possible to lift the glue off the canvas. So I don't know if you can see, but there are some wrinkles. And when you pull back this canvas, because I want to show you guys the painting as well. So when you pull back this canvas, this is your double-sided tape. And if you're not careful, you can actually lift that. But worse than that, because I rolled it backwards, I don't know if you can see this, and I'm going to try to lift this up to you. If you shine it just right, and I think I kind of caught it there, you can see these little, they're called rivers, and it's where the glue has picked up and has now created this little river of glue. And if you do not take care of it, it will make your diamonds not sit properly. So the tip that I have for doing that, and give me 1 second, I'm just going to check and see if I have my X-Acto knife. So one of the things that you can do to get rid of these rivers, the only thing that I know to do is to take an X-Acto knife and lightly you want to cut through, not hard, and then you want to do little cross cuts. And what you're trying to do is just get the bubbles gone so that you can lay down your painting. And I know this isn't kitting up, this is just something that I wanted to give you guys as a quick tip in case you do get your first painting something like this and you end up with those little marks. So you're just going through and doing that, and then when you lay it down flat, you'll still see the crease on the paper itself, but the bubble itself should be gone. And that is something you want to do before you get painting, just as a quick little tip. But here is the painting, and I'm going to, I started to show you guys. So this is abstract, which is my favorite type of painting to do, but I do think there is going to be some confetti in here that is going to be, I don't know, I don't mind confetti, but I know a lot of other people call it confetti hell. And so this is it, and I'm just going to run it along. I don't want to open the whole painting. You'll see that there are rivers everywhere there was a bump and I rolled it backwards. There's a river. So I do have a bit of fixing to do before I can paint this, or as I'm painting it. But it's just kind of some swishes and swirls. And then I'm not going to move it any further on this side. I'm going to put it back down. And then I will show you on this side. And this side has the legend. Unfortunately, this painting only has one legend, but I'm going to give you a tip for that as well. Oh, did I rip it? Don't rip it, Dawn. So maybe, I mean, there are sections that will be kind of confetti-ish, but there are definitely some color blocking sections as well, which is something that I've wanted to try for a while, like tons of N. And what is N? 3842. Actually, you know what? I don't know what color that is, but it looks like a kind of a blue. But yeah, so it's just kind of some swishes and swirls. I'll actually show you the picture right here. I just was thinking of this as wall art. And so far right now, I'm trying to get into paintings that I think I can actually use in my house. I think at some point I'm going to run out of that. And so I'm going to end up just doing paintings because I love doing them. But for now, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to pick. So I'm going to try and bring this up close. Hopefully we can get that. So that's what the painting looks like. It's just going to be kind of a swoosh of different colors everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to close this one back up, and there are rivers on this side too, so like I said, I have some work to do on this canvas. But kitting up is not necessarily about working on the canvas right away. A lot of kitting up has to do with the beads themselves, or the drills. They're called drills, Dawn. So this is an inventory sheet. Now, not every company sends an inventory sheet. The ones I got off of Amazon did not come with an inventory sheet. This one, as you can see, I'm working on one right now. This one did come with an inventory sheet, and of course this new one also came with an inventory sheet. And as for the one I'm working on right now, I am going to be doing a video in the next few days showing you the reveal of this, as well as the ones that I've completed already. So what you do, as you can see on here, and hopefully you can see, I'll just bring it up closer. So you will get your symbol. They call it EMC, but it's a DMC color code, and as well as how many diamonds you need, and as well how many packs of that diamond you have. So generally you want to do what you call an inventory if you get an inventory sheet, because this diamond painting came with all of these colors. There are quite a few. There are 40 on this one actually. And just to kind of wrap this part up, I'll move this out of the way real quick. Every painting you get comes with a diamond painting kit. So inside you will get your boat. This is the first one I've ever gotten that was purple. The nice thing about this one is it has a hole at the end here, so that when you're pouring your beads out, they just can come through this this hole here. The ridges seem not too bad. These are not the trays that I use on my diamond paintings. This kit also came with these tweezers, and they're pointy tweezers, but they are the flimsiest. Like, I don't know if you can see that. I'm squeezing the heck out of them. I don't know. I mean, I'm pinching that as hard as I can, and it's not hurting. They're too flexible. So these are not tweezers that I think they'll work in the short term if you're just getting started, but definitely they're not something that I would recommend using forever. Eventually, hopefully, you'll get a kit that comes with better tweezers than that. I know I have. These are the tweezers that I absolutely love. These are the pointy tweezers. Oh, I'm going too far forward. These are the pointy tweezers, and these tweezers could kill somebody. No joke. They are super sharp. But when you're getting into picking up a diamond, I just love them. These are my favorite so far. I also have my diamond kit came with, my first storage system came with these. These are rounded, and they actually are very good too. And while these probably wouldn't kill somebody, they work really well for getting off diamonds off your painting that have fallen. I'll get into the trays later, the different styles of trays that I use. But this kit, just to go back to the kit itself, and every diamond painting you get will give you some kind of kit. This one came with your single placer end, which hopefully I can show you there. So one diamond painting or one diamond bead drill, whatever you want to call them, they're drills. I have to get into the lingo. Would go on this side, and then this side I think is a 3 or a 4 placer. I believe it's a 3 placer. I wish they had numbers on them, because I can never tell when I'm looking at them. There are multi-placers that will place 9 or 10, or even, I think maybe even more, I'm not sure. But so far, this is the style of pen that I stuck with, and I didn't really upgrade to anything different. This kit also came with a squishy, which is really good to stick on the end of your pen. Okay, so this squishy, it just really, honestly, if you're doing this for a long period of time, it can hurt your fingers. And then you, of course, got your wax. And this one actually looks like it's almost like a double square. Usually they just, well, on the paintings that I've done so far, they just send you one little square. And it comes with, let's just take it out of here. It comes with a coating on the top and the bottom, and you just peel that back, and then you dip your pen into the wax. I have graduated onto, and I don't mean graduated in that my way is better, but I have found a different method of working with my beads that I like a lot better, and I'm going to be sharing that with you either today or in the next video. I think probably today I'll go over it, but I'm just going to put all of that back in here. Over there. Okay, so now we are on to our, where did I stick my pen now? Oh, I'm losing my mind. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so now we're on to the actual inventory of the beads. So first of all, like, can you see all these colors? Like I said, 40. There are 40. And right now we're just counting. We're not opening any of these packs because we just want to make sure that we have the beads that they have said we need. Okay, so just to give you guys a quick little tip as we're going along, I have shipping labels. But what I do is I print out my sheets so that I can cut them out, and they are already sticky so that I can stick them onto whatever storage I'm going to be using with them. So I have that sheet, but I don't need that sheet right now because right now I'm counting. And then the other thing is I also print one more out so that I can put them into my binder, because at the end of a diamond painting you will inevitably end up with extra beads, and you want a system for putting them away. Unless you throw them away, which, I mean, to each their own. I'm keeping mine so far. The problem is my last diamond paintings were round. These ones are square, so you have to kind of have a system for both for storing the beads. Right now I just put them in baggies and store them towards the back so that I can see what beads went with what painting. Now, I'm going to put those away because I've already showed them to you, and we're going to start counting. So this gives you your list of your DMC numbers. Now, generally these go from smallest to largest. Anything under a 150 is what they call an AB diamond, which means that it's iridescent. It has extra sparkly quality to it. This one did not come with any of those, I don't think. So now you have to find all of your beads. And I'm just trying to get some kind of rhyme or reason here. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward through this, and I'm gonna get these all situated so that it's easier for me to go through these. So I'll be back with you guys in a second. Okay, I did find my 150s. So have a pen with you, and what you want to do is just check off. I've got 2 bags of this, so I just want to check off that I got 2 bags. Next color is 164. What a pretty green that is. And I got 1 bag of that, so I'm going to check it off. And as I check them off, I'm just putting them back into the package it came in so that I can then go on to the next step, which is actually putting it into containers, whichever container system you decide on. So next one is 310. 310 is black. 310 is black through every single painting. Well, I mean, all these colors are, but it's very rare to find a painting that doesn't have 310s, at least in from what I've seen so far. So this is 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Right. 315. Oh, I didn't see a 315. Oh, yes, I did. 4 of those. So now I'm just going to, you've seen me go through a couple of these. I'll do one more 371. So I'm just like looking through my beads. There we go, to find it. And there's 2 packages and I'm checking it off. Next one is 422, and that would be, well, that's 437, 422, 1, perfect. 437 would be the next one, and there are 3, and there are 3. So I'm just going to fast forward now through this one, and then we'll get on to the next part, which is deciding on your storage. Okay, so that is done. Everything was accounted for. So now we can move on to the next step. I'm just going to show you all of those beads. They never go back into the container quite the same way, but I am done with my inventory sheet. And also, because when I was giving you the tip about printing out an extra copy of this painting is long, it's wide, and there's only a legend on one side of the painting. So at some point, if I'm rolling under the painting to make more room, I'm not going to see that legend. So depending on which way I work, well, either way I work, I'm going to start at one end and work to the other end. I'm not going to always have that legend. So if you print this out, you will have the legend. But just to let you know, it's not 100% necessary. For me, it's easier to be able to see and look at the legend. Depending on how you kit up and where you put your beads, you'll have that symbol on your container, and then you can just refer to it. So I'm just going to put these out of the way really quickly, but I just want to show you guys some of the different options for kitting up, and I'm going to show you the one that I'm currently using. So this is a kit that I got from Michael's. Let's see if I can get that lid to lay more flat. And it comes with a couple of these, and it comes with different sized containers. I actually have the other one here because this is where I'm storing all the extra ones that wouldn't fit in here. The kit that I'm working on right now has 42 different colors. So oh wow, that one is actually not looking very good, but that's okay. It should be fairly easy to read. So there's a couple different systems that you can use. You can number your boxes from 1 to however many you need. The problem with that system is, the good thing about that system, I should say, is that then you don't have to renumber your containers every single time. The problem with that system is if you get a canvas that does not have the numbers on the canvas, you're going to be constantly looking for what that symbol is and how to find it. It can become a huge mess. The way that this would work is if you actually put the symbol on the container as well, and then just remove that sticker each time. You could do that. That is one way, and that is actually how I worked on my Amazon paintings, because they had the number and they had the symbol. So it was just easy for me to look at my legend. It was only a 12 by 16, so really there was no point that I couldn't see my legend. And it was easy for me to refer to number 1 and then look at the symbol. Super, super easy way to do it. This is, I wish I could do all my paintings this way, if I'm being honest. It would be a lot easier to manage, and it would be a lot less time consuming to get it set up because you'd already have your cases numbered. So I'm just going to put that one away because that is not the one I am using for the current painting that I'm doing, because there are so many bags. These 2 containers have, I think this is, okay, so this is 3072 and this one is 415. These are the 2 predominant colors in the painting that I'm working on right now. And I had tons of extras that would not fit into these containers. So that is what I did. I put them in here. And then when I need to fill them, I can just go ahead and grab them. This is the system that I used, and this is using the sticky sheets that I was telling you about. I just cut them out. I stuck them on here. I'm noticing that they're not, some of them aren't the best quality so far as the print quality. I could probably fix that, but this works perfect. Some of the stickers too, they'll lift a bit, but it hasn't been an issue for me so far as what to grab or putting it back down. I don't think that made sense, but it did to me. Okay, so that is what I'm using right now. Now I'm going to try a different method, and I'm actually going to go over, I want to type this out because I'm going to go over this at some point in the video, I think. So I'm going to put this one away now because this is not the one we're dealing with. So the system that I'm going to try for this one, and this will be something new, is this. So this has 60 containers in it. I got this off of Amazon. Everything that I am listing, I will have in the description down below. Amazon links are affiliate links, so obviously that, or not obviously, that isn't obvious to everybody. It is that what that means is that I earn a small commission. It does not change the price that you pay. I just want to say that because sometimes people go, oh, affiliate link, it's going to cost me more. No, it doesn't cost you guys anything more. But it gives me a little bit of a commission if it is something that you choose to buy, for showing it to you guys and for bringing traffic to Amazon. It's just their way to do that. Okay, enough said. So these little vials, I don't know how much is going to fit in them. I have no idea. Actually, they're not flat topped either. They're different. But this, I like the idea of this because however many I need, and there are different size vial cases that you can get. I think there's one that's 30. I think there's one that's 15 also. This one is the 60. I thought I would just go for that because at the very least, maybe it can become some long-term storage for me. I don't know, but I wanted to give this a try. I like the idea of having everything together. The back of this case also comes with a, let's see if I can move this down, has a mesh compartment so that you can stick whatever tools you're using on your diamond painting, on the current diamond painting you're working with. You can just put them right back there, including your legend, any pens you're using, your wax, all of that stuff. So we'll get into setting that up as well. Okay, so this came with round labels. I am not going to use them. I don't think that they're going to work for what I want, and hopefully what I've printed out will work. We hope. Sorry, I'm trying to get that into the back of my case. If I'm bumping the camera. Okay. I think I just majorly bumped the camera. So, this is my shipping sheet. Sometimes I have to print it twice because a number will go right through the line. But this has worked for me so far. And you will want a pair of scissors. And the first thing that I do is I don't need this last row because it shows how many packets of each, and I have that in several other places. I don't need it now. So what I want is the DMC number, which is this second column, and I want, oh sorry, what the heck? I didn't get it all. I have to go reprint this. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, you guys, I am back. I reprinted this out. One of the numbers, this is what I was talking about before. It appears on the crease on this one, but because I have this one, I will be able to use the cutout from this one. So, a little bit of a mishmash, but this will work. So what I'm going to do is cut as close to these numbers as I can because I want it to fit on the jar. Oh, that's pieces. Never mind. I'm cutting the wrong numbers. So it's this, the blue, and the symbol. That's what I want. Actually, what do I want to do here? So here, on this side, I'm actually going to lift the sticker. Okay, let's just fold this up. Move this this back so I have a flat surface to deal with. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this sticker off of here and fold it on the line where I want to cut, because I don't want to completely peel this sticker off this paper, otherwise it's hard to remove the sticker. So I am just going to do that for both. I kind of have to eyeball it from the inside to see where I want to place this line, because I don't want to cut off any of the symbol. I literally just want to get as close to the symbol as I can so that it's a smaller width to fit on the bottle. Let's do it like that. So I'm just going to go along and cut this. And hopefully, yes. Actually, I could even go a little bit smaller, but that's fine. We'll just deal with that. It's not the neatest. Maybe I should open it up and do it this way so that I can see that I'm not actually cutting the symbol. Okay, and I want to fix some of this here. Just lift this up. Good enough, I think. I can trim it down a bit more if I need to, but so I don't need these. I can get rid of these, and I actually don't have a garbage can in here yet. I'm in the middle of redoing my office. It is such a mess. It's become kind of like our overflow, like all of our, we store everything in here, and it's become quite chaotic, and I need to rearrange everything so to make room in here again. And this desk is awesome. It actually is a drafting table, so it tilts up. So hopefully I will be able to revamp my setup even more, you guys, and be a bit more comfortable. Right now I'm sitting on the stool that the table came with, and it is super uncomfortable. Ugh. Anyway, so then what I do, I don't need this top part here. Let's just make sure I'm in camera view. So I'm just going to cut off that. I'm going to cut off the bottom and put this off to the side. And remember that that one symbol is on the line, so I will need to take it from this cutout here. Okay, so then what I want to do is just go through, oh, I don't need that. Just go through and cut each of my labels. And the reason why I didn't stick it is so that it's, or the reason why I didn't remove all of the sticky back and I removed that one section is just that it's really easy to peel that off. So I'm going to go through and do that with all of these. I told you this initial setup is time consuming, but once you get past this, then you can just get right into your diamond painting, and that's when the fun begins. The kit down is a bit of a process as well. I find it doesn't take nearly as long because the system I use doesn't anyways. But at some point I'm going to have to start organizing my beads because my binder will become filled with beads very quickly. And at some point I'll do that video as well. Maybe when I'm getting down my current painting, I'll show you what's involved with that. So here is that one. So I just have to remember when I get to that one that I want to, so when I get to the V, I have that ready. Get rid of that one now. But yeah, so it doesn't reach quite far enough back towards me, so you may not be completely on screen, or sometimes I may not be completely on screen. But I am slowly working on my setup.
We've been dancing all night long.
Okay, so that is all done. So these should be ready to go. I'm just going to move my case back down here. Now, some people start with their one and go this way, and then this way, and then this way. I think for me, I'm going to go top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom. That's how I've been doing it in my other case. It just makes sense to me. I don't know, it just makes sense to me. So you just figure out what works for you. So then all I'm doing is peeling off this first one and putting it on the jar. And I'm going to do this with all of the jars before I deal with the beads. So if you see, I'm just kind of, and actually it fits perfectly, and the round is not making a difference to me at all. I didn't think I'd like that. I thought I'd prefer flat, but no, this is fine. So you just lay it across. And like I said before, DMC numbers go from smallest to largest, so to me it just makes sense to keep the DMC codes in order, and that way when I'm scanning through, I'm not scanning through all of them to look for a symbol. I'm actually looking for the number which is in order. And I know some people do it by symbol. That is not how I roll. It doesn't, whatever. I don't have the greatest eyes. I just don't want to be. I'd rather look for the number, like I said. So I'm gonna just fast forward you through till I get all of these done, and I'll come back and we are ready to move on to the next step.
Show me something, give me more than one thing. I need more than less than I do. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, it feels so.
Okay, that is done. I actually changed it to go this way. From just because it was even. There were 40 colors, and so I just thought it would be take out 40. I could have done it from the bottom up, which might have made a bit more sense, but whatever. I think this will work, and I can always change it after if I don't like it. Okay, so that is done. So now the next part is to actually start moving your beads. And when I did my inventory, I actually went from the lowest to the highest, so I'm thinking that my higher numbers are actually going to be at the top. So I'm going to just start pulling out, actually, you know what, no, let's do this a little bit different. So I'm just going to take the lid off here, put it in a tray, put my thing there, and then look for 3865. And there is only one package of the 3865. Okay, I'm just going to refer to my original list because I want to know how many bags I have. So I'm essentially just taking the package, cutting it open, and then I'm gonna, well, let's see, maybe this funnel is a bit too large. Oh yeah, that was easy enough. That was only one package too. Put the lid back on. I'm trying to make it so that you guys can see me putting them back in here. The next one is 3864. So in a case where there's two, you can do it one of two ways. I generally will just take them and kind of just tap them so that there's a space. And let's get my jar. And then I'll do both. And you know what? This is the first time I've done them into these containers. It works in my other one really well. I have the tray below just in case any of them spill. And sometimes the packages have really bad static. Oh, and see, that would be a very good example of why I have a tray. Did any make it out of the tray? So, get that hair out of the way. Doesn't like to pour in there as good. I'll use my phone. After all. So I'm expecting, that's 2 packages and it's not even half full, so I probably will be able to get about 5 packages in each of these, 5 or 6 maybe, I don't know, we'll see. This is an experiment for me just as much as it is something for you guys to see. 842. There are 8 of these packages, so what do I want to do here? Let's just find a place to put this garbage for now. I think we're going to do 2 at a time. Let's see if I can get that to work. Actually, maybe I will use the funnel. That might mean less mess. Oh, it's definitely a lot less thought involved when using the funnel. And I know 4 will fit. It's after 4 that I'm not sure what's going to happen, so let's just get this open. The problem is that this funnel is so large that it very easily could topple over. And these last ones I don't want them to go in. Ooh, there is some static. I can probably fit 1 more. And then so what I will do with the 3 that are left over, they'll just go back into the net meshing and they'll stay there until I need them. Please fit. Oh, jeez. These little bags, I tell you, I don't like them. I like the ones that are done. Oh, you know what? I can actually even fit another one there. I think I can. I mean, it's not that I want them super full, but there is space there. So this will be 6 packages. Let's see what 6 looks like. Yeah, I can do 6 of these packages. I wouldn't go for any more than that. There is still space in there, but I don't want to fill it to the point where I can't safely open the jar. Okay, so these will then just go back into this mesh pocket. Actually, let's put them. I may stick them into another baggie, but we'll see. So the next one is 3801, and there are only 3 of these, so this will fit no problem. I'm gonna have lots of little packages little cellophane packages to clean up after this, until I can get my garbage can in here. So this one I think I'm going to use as my funnel. That's definitely easier. Perfect. Alright, so I'll do 1 more after this and then I will just fast forward my way through. 3774. And I only have 3 of these again. So again, I will use the funnel. Problem with these is they pack them so well or so tightly that you have to find that little space, what little space you can, that will open the bag without making them go everywhere. And sometimes you don't get a bag. Yeah, see, oh no, looks like I partially got, maybe not even partially. I thought I did. Let's just open this again. There we go. And there's a couple left in this bag too, so you want to make sure you get them all. I haven't had, I mean, I've only done, I'm working on my 3rd, this will be my 4th, so I haven't come across a painting without enough drills, but occasionally I do hear other people talk about having an experience where they didn't get enough drills. So, and inevitably you're going to lose drills as you're working. Sometimes they'll fly, over wings and fly. So you definitely want to try to not lose as many as possible. 3770. Eek. I found a diamond in my thing from my other color. There we go. That one in there pretty good. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna just fast forward through the rest. There's quite a few to go through. It will take, you guys will be watching forever if I don't. So to save you guys, I will just fast forward. And I'm gonna move that up a little bit. And I'll catch up with you on the other side.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice. With time, you I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how.
Okay, you guys, so that, as you can see, is all kitted up. Each one of these is now in these. And I'm gonna keep this because, like I said, this one is a wide painting. I think I would keep it anyways, just so I can see which painting I'm doing. All the extra beads that had more than 5 or 6 packages are now sitting in the back here, and then I'm going to also put my legend here because there will come a point that I will need it. And then now the other thing is this mesh compartment is really good. I have this. I think that I will probably just continue to use this, but certainly you could put any tools that you're going to need in the back there. But just because I have that, I think I'm going to do that. And actually, I may still even be able to close this with, well, maybe not. It's a little too wide. Okay. So this would be the point that you would take your little kit, and like something like that definitely would fit in here. But you take your kit and you get that all in there, and then it's all together, and bang, you just go. You go from there. I'm gonna zip this up and put this away now because I have a couple of other things that I want to show you. I'm just gonna turn back on my light. So the next thing that you want to take care of, I'm gonna actually just stick that over there and bring back the canvas because there's a few things that I want to show you as part of the kitting up. When you are diamond painting, you're going to work in sections because you're working on a sticky surface. Now, some people work from the bottom up, some people, I'm all over the place right now. If it sounded funny, I'm sorry. Some people work from the bottom up, some people work from the top down, some people work left to right, others work right to left. I work right to left, and I still have papers and stuff all over here. So what you want to do is decide what size section you're going to work on to begin with. And you might not know. If you're brand new to it, you might not know. But one of the things that you can do is take a ruler. So if you have a canvas, actually even if you have a clear canvas or a clear cellophane top, you can take your canvas and you can divide it into sections that are more manageable and that also keep the rest of your painting protected. So what you would do is decide how big of a section you want to work with, and then you would just take a ruler, draw your line, and then take an X-Acto knife. I had it out just not long ago, but I probably put it away. And just you're going to run along the paper. The other thing you can do is bend the paper up and fold it into a line. But you just want to take sections so that you can peel back as much as you're working on and then put it back down and keep the rest of your painting covered. You're going to get hair and pet hair and more hair and fuzz and everything all over the place. So you want to try to keep it covered as much as you can. So I'm going to move this back out of the way because I've already done that with the painting that I'm currently working on, and I'm just going to show it to you really quickly. So this is my current canvas. There we go. And I was not actually going to show this to you guys, but maybe I might show one little section and then that's it, just for the purpose of showing you this. So this is a 45 by 45 canvas, so it's square. It came with 2 sections of the white double-sided tape. Now what I did was I just took the top section because I work from right to left and then I work from top down. And that may change. You may find that something else works better for you. I don't know. I have worked on the bottom before, and it's fine. It's just different, and I thought this would be easier. And plus this desk also tilts up, like I said, so, and it has a little side table so that I can keep my drills on the side table as I'm working on it this way. So I just have to figure that all out, and I haven't completely yet. So what I did was I just left the 2 sections divided because clearly they're already divided for me perfectly. And then I just kind of measured my paper and I did it in half, and then I did it in half again, and I just decided that those were my sections. And what I did was, when I first started on this painting, I just kind of, you can see my peel back lines. I just kind of peeled it back like that, and then I worked on this little section. Then I'm really trying to get the hang of the square drills. They are completely different than the round ones. Well, not completely, I mean it's the same thing, but they are different to work with. So then I peeled back the second section, and then I did the same there and there. And now I'm feeling like I'm comfortable enough to do this on film, that I kind of know what I'm doing. But so what I would do is just peel back another section and then crease it and then work on that section. And then when I was done that one, I'd either go down or across more, just to give you. And actually I'm noticing there are rivers on this one as well that I need to fix. And that was, again, for me, no fault of the company's at all. I mean, I don't even know if there were rivers on this before, but I know that creasing your canvas the opposite way to try and flatten it out causes them with this double-sided tape. So, my bad. Things that we learn as we go. But that is what I do with that. So, that's it, you guys. Like, that's part of the kit up process. The next thing is, like, just picking your trays. You know, when you first get the very first tray I ever had, and I have several of them now because every diamond painting comes with them. But the first trays I had were these green boats. They work just fine. The ridges are not as high on them. You cannot put as many drills in them, but you know, when you're generally starting out, you're starting out with a smaller size painting, and you're not going to be working with huge clumps of beads, probably, or drills. Sorry, drills. I keep calling them beads. So these gray boats get the job done. They absolutely do. And if you heard my cat there, sorry, I've said this before, he's old and he's like miserable and he yowls. He just cause nobody's paying him attention right now. Then I got a diamond kit that came with one of these, and these are great. I actually prefer the one that's slightly bigger, and I quite often will use this if I don't have as many beads. I bought this one off of AliExpress and I absolutely love this one. This is the one that I use when I'm doing large sections of one color. If I have to pour a lot of beads in here, it's amazing. In fact, I'm going to show you that because, so I'm going to take like this 740 for example, because I have quite a few of these. Let's see if I can show this to you. So literally, if you're working with multi-placers, you want your drills to end up in lines. So you want them to end up in lines no matter what. And the nice thing about these trays is that they tousle the beads so that they're right side up, but you just take it and you do this, and then you do that, and then you get these lines, and then you do more. I think I don't have quite enough beads in here. Maybe I need a larger amount of beads. And you can have like tons of beads in here, and they can all bunch up at the end. Doesn't really matter. But you just want to shake this back and forth, and then like this, and then just screw it like that. And you end up with these things. And then once you've used up these lines, just shake it again, and the rest of them will place down nicely. It really is that simple. Oops. Then you take your multi-placer and you just pick up one of the lines. Oh, there we go. Just move them to one side. See, I'm new at this. I'm still learning. And then you just move it, and then you grab your beads. I tried the 3-placer. I have not tried any of the other ones. To be honest with you, I'm not super comfortable with it. But people do it all the time. I mean, that looks like a fair line, but I don't seem to get them as straight as I would like when I use that, but I don't know if you can see that. I'll get come closer to the camera there. But that is picking up the drills in a line. I'm going to knock these off because I'm not going to use that. And I wanted to also show you, so it's probably good that I have this down. Some people have used, instead of wax, they use sticky tack, and I actually bought some sticky tack at the dollar store, and it works just fine. It works just fine. This I got off of Amazon. It's called a quick stick. I'll link this below, but this has the sticky tack inside of it, and then you literally can take this out and then refill it when it gets empty, but you twist this, and this causes the stopper to move up, which causes your sticky tack to come out the end, and you just like ever so slightly move it, and you will get product coming out. Now this might also be dry, so let's just try. See, it's starting to come out a bit. But I want to take off this old stuff because it may not be as sticky. And I don't want to give you the wrong impression with this. I untwisted it by accident, so I don't know. The pressure is probably not. Oh yeah, there it comes. Okay. So this, pros of this is that it's that pen that you just squeeze out the exact amount you need. The sticky tack does not, it stays sticky for what seems like forever. I probably did that entire section I showed you on the new painting that I did, and only had to put draw the sticky tack up once. So literally you just take that and stick it to your painting. It is, I don't know, this stuff just sticks so much better than the wax. I believe the pen was about, I think I paid about $12 or $13 for it. And the idea that you can refill it is perfect. It's hard to refill the first time, but then after that I think it's easy. And then this end comes with this sort of stiletto type thing that, again, weapons, you could probably hurt somebody with that. And then it comes with this flat kind of spatula, so if you got a drill into an area that you didn't like, you could also use it for straightening up sections. And keep the pointy part faced in. But I absolutely love it. The cons about this though is that this, if you see, is shaped kind of in a nut. and when I've got my hands here, they will inevitably slip into this little section here. So I've got to figure out some way to put a cushion in there, because it feels like it's cutting in or digging into your skin, and it can be uncomfortable after a while. And I don't know, but I mean, if you do it higher up, and if you are mindful and just make yourself do it higher up, it is quite comfortable and it works so good. So I'm just going to do that. I wanted to show you guys that in case you're interested in trying it. Again, go to the dollar store. I picked up, for $1.25, I picked up a large package of sticky tack, and I loaded that into these pens. And I used that. That was the very first time I tried it. I wanted to see if it would work, and it worked just fine. But I like the idea of being able to just dial it up and not having to reload it. So now I'm just going to, I think I'm going to put that back in, because that's what it's there for. And I've noticed that the opening on this one is a bit too wide for these containers. So then I can just pop it all in here. When I was cleaning out this office, I came across this filter, and I already have one of these that I use for filling my spices and stuff in my kitchen, but I thought I had a second one and I never could find it until I cleaned this out. And then I found it. So I'm going to use it for diamond painting, because I don't need a second one in my kitchen. Okay, just going to put that back in there. I got this, like I said, from AliExpress. I will link the store that I got it from below. I also will be linking the painting. The painting again is from DP Special Store. Let me just pull that back up on my iPad here. I'm gonna reach across because it wants my thumbprint. Yes, it's called Mandala Abstract from DP Special Store. I think I paid, it was under $15 I paid for it, or right at the $15 mark. I bought two from two different stores, and I will be showing you the other one in my next video. But I also did buy, so I got this tray. I love this tray. It may not be as good for, like I said, these containers, but I have my funnel that I can always rely on. And generally, if I'm working with smaller amounts of drills, I'm using one of these trays anyway. So that is the trays. And then I wanted to show you another tray too. This one. This came in my light board kit. And the light board, again, if you guys, I will link my light board below too. Go get yourself a light board. I'm not even kidding you. It makes so much difference, even with lighting. Just making the symbols pop. And they come in kits with a bunch of extra stuff. It's where I got all the different pens with the multi-placers. I ended up with some tweezers that were crappy, but that's okay. It gave me baggies, it gave me some storage containers, but it was amazing. And I never did show you, so I have not even opened these yet, but it came with a package of these as well. I have a couple of these now, but the nice thing about these for starting out is, first of all, they're not expensive. I'm just going to open one because eventually I'm going to have to open one anyways. My daughter bought me some diamond paintings for Christmas. I'm going to show them to you in my next video, and we're each going to do one together. So, and they're small kits. But it came with this, and then each one of these has got 4, and you just pop that open, put your drills in here, and then whichever one you need, you just do that and then dump that into your tray. So it's not too long. It's definitely workable, and again, like I said, they're not really expensive at all. So just wanted to show you that because I had forgotten earlier. But it came with this tray. The kit also came with this tray, and it holds your, I guess it won't hold it with this grippy thing on it, but it'll hold your pen, and then it will also hold your beads. It has nice high sides, just like this large white one does, for shimmying your beads side to side. But you guys, as much as I liked working with this tray, the grooves are nice and deep, it catches the beads, it lines them up good for you, but I mean, how do you dump that back into your containers without spilling the beads everywhere? And that was the thing that I came to. I found that I was having to, and I didn't have this white one at the time, so I would have to try to get them into whichever, I think I had just the green, try to get them back into here, and then try to get them back into there without it spilling. It was just a pain in the butt. So as much as I don't mind this tray, and I might use it, especially now that I have this one, I could just dump it back into that one. Like I said, it has really good ridges. If I have a medium amount of beads that I'm trying to use, certainly it would be something that would be useful, but I find myself gravitating to this white one more, or these white boats. So the green and the blue have kind of become obsolete to me. This is just, it helps you with smoothing out your beads and getting your beads into a straight line. So let's see if I can pull this painting down again. When you finish a section, you can just take this and kind of make sure that they're all in line. If you can see what I'm doing there. There's a bit of a stick right there. And they're still not perfect, and I actually have found now that I'm needing to use it a little bit less, but they're good. And it's also good for just like running across and making sure your beads are nice and flat and also adhered well. That's what I use it for. Some people use rollers too, but mostly it's just if I find that I have a section that's really starting to look wonky, I can quickly use this and get it back into line. And I'm trying to think, I don't actually think that there is anything else. So you want to make sure that you figure out your storage. You want to make sure that you figure out kind of the sections you want to work in. And again, there's nothing wrong with just tearing back or just peeling back a paper. Some people don't even cut it, and they just fold back their paper and use cover minders, which are little magnets to hold the paper up. I still like working in sections, and I like the fact that I can kind of cover it back up and I can keep the rest of this flat. So that's my personal opinion, but I personally would cut my paper to the size. Some people also they'll save these and then cut them into squares. Another thing you guys can use, I almost forgot to tell you this, and I think I took it out of the office. Parchment paper. Parchment paper is, I don't know if you noticed on my coffee time paper, but you could kind of see the painting through, but it wasn't clear. It wasn't the clear cellophane. It came with clear cellophane, and the cellophane was driving me nuts. And when you go to cut it, sometimes it would still rip the wrong way, and I just got sick of it. So somebody had mentioned, oops, I did this again. Come on, turn off. There we go. Somebody had mentioned that you can use parchment paper. Now, please hear me when I say use parchment paper, not wax paper, not anything else. If you are going to use anything on your diamond painting, please only use parchment paper, other than what it comes with originally. Otherwise, you will have paper sticking, and you'll go to take it off, and it will have adhered, and it will be a nightmare to get it off. And I have stuck something to one of my paintings and had to deal with that, and I can tell you it was a nightmare. It was not pleasant at all. So that is going to be everything that you guys need to get yourself started. Let me just check my iPad one more time. And also to let you know, I almost forgot, I wanted to make sure I told you guys what happened with coffee time. So I was doing the time lapses, and I did a couple of the whip and chats with it, and I was planning on just ending it with a time lapse, and then one of my subscribers asked me to do another whip and chat with the coffee time. So I decided to try and do the last one as a whip and chat, and I filmed the entire thing, and then at the end the audio was destroyed. I don't know, it was there, it was very muffled. I couldn't get it up without having a bunch of distortion. I'm not that good with editing. I'm just learning, and there was nothing I could do about it, and I have given up. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking that last hour of footage and turning it into one last time lapse with coffee time. I will actually be showing you the finished painting in my next video, unless I do the coffee time first. Maybe I will. I'll take a look. I'm gonna have to go through and edit out long pauses and stuff, but so that is what happened with coffee time. I'm so sorry. I am planning on doing whip and chats with this painting here, minus the section that I have already completed. But again, I did that because I'm dealing with square drills here, and they are a different child, believe me. And now I think that's going to be it for me. If you want to see more videos on diamond painting, then I'd love for you guys to subscribe to the family. I respond to every single person who leaves a comment or question. So if you have any questions or any comments or any just feedback in general, whether it be positive or maybe some criticism, go ahead, leave that in the comments. Like I said, respond to everybody. I take the time. I don't have a huge audience just yet, so I have the time and I enjoy interacting with you guys wholeheartedly. Whether you like something I've done or not, I'm fine either way. And if you found any of this information helpful for getting started, or if you just like watching these like I do, I'd really appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs. Let's see if I can twist my hands. I don't know. Yeah. But if you gave me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. It helps to support the channel. You guys have no idea how much, and I'd really appreciate the support. I completely would. Even if you don't subscribe, and if you didn't like the video, a thumbs down is just fine as well. But like I said, it really does help. It does support the channel. Feel free to check out some of my other videos, and they will be on this side of the screen or this side of the screen. I don't know if I'm even in the center of the screen, but they'll be like up in that corner or up in that corner, that corner. I don't have my hand gestures down here just yet. And then as well, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have tons of fun. But most of all, you guys, stay safe. And thanks for watching. I will see you guys all in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.